Om Shanti. Today in the Murli, Baba is talking about the power of knowledge and the power of yoga, which we children have. And the blessing almost summarizes the whole Murli. So Baba says, people have so many kinds of power. And Baba says, there is power of science, there is power of the government, and the power of devotion. Yes? And then you have the power of knowledge and power of yoga. So, I don't know if you ever thought about the power of science and so many things science does these days which were very difficult to achieve earlier. The power of the government and the power of devotion. Even, souls in bhakti have so much power that they say faith can move mountains. And when souls in devotion, they share their experiences, then it is sometimes very beautiful, to understand that just by faith, how much can be done, even if that faith is blind. So Baba says, still that faith achieves so much. So devotion is all about love and faith in Baba, even without knowing Baba. So even when that faith doesn't have knowledge in it, it does so many wonders. But Baba today says, you have the power of knowledge and the power of yoga. And these are the most elevated powers. Because, every other power makes you win over a visible enemy. But these powers, the power of knowledge and yoga, they enable us to discern the invisible enemy and win over it. So this is a very big power. So Baba says, so these powers, they are the most elevated powers. The power of yoga enables you to be victorious over Maya for all time. And not just now, but if I have the power of yoga, then I can win over Maya for all time. So now I will emerge as the winner, and for the next 21 births, no Maya for me. And do you know that I, the soul, am the child of God? And obviously, Baba is the Almighty. So I'm very powerful. But then this Maya, it creates an illusion because of which the situations or other things, they appear to be more powerful than me. So have you seen that there are acts and these magicians, they create illusions and things appear the way they are not. So, sometimes they create an illusion where you see that somebody is cut in half, but actually it's just something that they are doing with their power to create an illusion of that kind. So Baba says, it is Maya that has made you think small of yourself and big of the situation. And it is these vices that play that game, and they kind of bring you to a place where you feel that I am very normal, ordinary, I am not full of powers or virtues, or I don't have enough to deal with this situation. And they may make you believe that the situation and the behaviors in front of you are very big. But Baba says, when you really realize who you are and you are in yoga with your father, then you can see Maya and you can defeat Maya. You can discern Maya and you can defeat Maya. And once it gets defeated, then it gets defeated for all time. Yes, and there was this one woman, and she had come and she told me that something has happened in my life because of which I cannot live anymore, and I feel like the suicide is the only way. And then I said, "Oh, so what is it?" So she said that, something big has happened. And she didn't share what happened, but she kept saying something big has happened and something this has happened and that has happened. And then I told her, we had these sessions where we started talking about how the soul works through the man and buddhi, and you are magnifying it with your thoughts. And if you just put a full stop to your thoughts, then every second is a new second. And then you can win over it. And it took 3-4 days, but just this chapter of the soul, it made her realize that it's all here. She's cooking up everything here. And if she just withdrew her attention from that which happened and she stopped thinking about it, and she just started to, she took that step of a new beginning, then everything would be fine. And then she realized that actually, nothing, not the past, not the future, not the present moment, anything that is happening around you is not more powerful than you. If you are in yoga with Baba, if you know who you are, if you have access to Baba's knowledge, love, purity, peace, and you are vibrating at that frequency, then everything is smaller than you. But it is Maya that makes you believe that everything is larger than you. Or, even when you look at the world situation, sometimes, people feel these days that this world is in a very bad state. But Baba says, if you, the soul, make a decision and are in yoga with Baba, then you can become an agent for change for the whole world. So Baba says, you don't realize who you are and you don't use yoga power. So the power of knowledge and the power of yoga. So these are two things that Baba gives us. Now, in the whole Murli, Baba is telling us, do you know who you are and who Baba is? And Baba says that, even children, Baba's children, after so many years in Gyan, they also have no clarity about who they are and who is Baba. And Baba says that you have to realize. Now, this realize word is a very interesting word, because realize means real eyes. So you need to have real eyes to see. So you cannot see the soul with these two eyes. So you need real eyes. So what is the real eye? The eye of the buddhi that Baba gives us, the understanding. Now, Baba has given me the understanding, and today Baba says that, even when people have visions, sakshatkar. So Baba gives an example that, let's say somebody had a vision of a soul, okay? So, but the thing is, okay, I got a glimpse of I am a soul, and I saw that I am separate from the body, I am very, very subtle, and I am very powerful, I am full of light and might. Okay, I saw that for a second or 10 seconds. But then that vision will be gone. It's not going to stay, will it? No, that vision will be gone. And then you will have to have faith, right? That I saw myself and this is who I really am. Will you not have to have faith? Again, you will have to have faith that you saw yourself and this is who you really are and you're not the body. Because again, when that vision is gone, you will have the same yuddha, you will have the same battle. Because again, body consciousness will make you, will try to make you believe that what you saw was just momentary, but this is who you actually are. So then you will have to struggle within to develop faith that I'm not the body, I'm the subtle, powerful being that I got a glimpse of. And do you know that in the world there are many people who go through near-death experiences and they kind of see that they are separate from the body. But even after they see it, once they come back, are they able to maintain that? Are they able to maintain their state of love and peace and being above and beyond which they saw in that near-death experience? Because when the near-death experience happens, then that person gets an experience that yes, I am this subtle point of light and I am very peaceful, very full of, surrounded by love. I am this energy full of love and peace, and they kind of get an experience which is spiritual in nature. But once they come back, they are again sucked in by body consciousness and they lose that experience. So Baba says, whether you understand it through me or whether you have a sakshatkar, you again have to develop a faith that I am a soul. And Baba says, there is this very interesting thing. Sometimes you see and understand, sometimes you understand and see. Yes? So when you see also, you have to understand. So let's say you have an experience, but you have to interpret that experience. Don't you have to? Let's say you have an experience, then you interpret, okay, this is me. Okay, I'm love, I'm peace. So this is me and I'm separate from the body. So you saw it, then you understood it. And then Baba gives us understanding first, and then through this understanding, I can see myself. Can you not create a picture of what you understand? In English, you say, I see. When you understand something, you say, I see, because understanding is seeing. When you understand something, you can create a mental image of it and hold it. So Baba says, I am giving you the knowledge of who you are. I am giving you the knowledge of what you are. And through this knowledge, you have to see yourself and develop faith that you are this. Because again, with knowledge, you need faith also. Because Baba has told me that I am very, very subtle. And today Baba has underlined this point many times, that the soul is very, very subtle. And you know what subtlety means? Subtlety means that the soul is untouched, beyond the reach and beyond the influence of anything that is gross. So this whole world is a world of matter, world of 5 elements, world of scenes and sounds. but the soul is so subtle that you can stay above and beyond the influence of anything that's around you. So have you seen that anything that is subtle cannot be obstructed by that which is gross? So within the 5 elements also, you see, water is subtler than stones. Yes, water is, so there are 5 elements: Jal, Vayu, Agni, Prithvi, Akash. So earth, water, fire, and ether, and which one else I forgot, air. So Baba says there are 5 elements, and the 5 elements, each one is more subtle than the other. So if you see stones and earth, they are grosser than water. Yes, water is more subtle than them. And then fire is more subtle than that. And then air is more subtle than that. Yes, so this is how it goes. And then the Akash Tattva, or what we call ether, that is even more subtle than all these 4. Now, can the stone stop the water from flowing? No, even if there is a hill, the water can flow across it. So, whatever is subtle can transcend that which is gross. That's the beauty of subtlety. So when something is very subtle, it can transcend the gross. It can stay immune to the effect of the gross. The gross cannot obstruct it. And Baba says, I, the soul, am so subtle that even, I'm subtler than ether also. So I cannot be obstructed or influenced by anyone or anything around me. I'm so pure, so peaceful that I can stay as I am, even in this world of matter and sights and sounds. But you have to think about your subtlety and have faith in it. Develop faith in the fact that I am like this. And only when you have faith in the truth does the truth become power. So you see that the truth will always remain the truth, but the truth becomes your power when you have faith in it. So Baba says, once you have faith in the fact that you are so subtle that nothing can touch you, then you can experience the power which comes with, this truth that you are a soul. And Baba says that I, the soul, when I have this knowledge, and right now we are just talking about this one tiny bit of knowledge, that I am a subtle being of light, just this one point of knowledge. If you dwelt on it and realized it, and then you could feel the power of it. And I remember in my early days I had a vision, and so at that time there were many things going on. So there was kind of a lot of turbulence in and around, many situations which were not going favorable. And at that time I was meditating, and suddenly I had this vision where I, the soul, so there was this storm, there's this huge storm, and in that storm Baba is a point of light, and Baba is absolutely still, and I am being very much displaced by the storm. So I am also this tiny point of light, but the storm is like drifting me everywhere, and I'm having a bad time, and I'm being kind of beaten up by the storm. And then I was just talking to Baba, and I had this thought, how can you be so stable in the storm? The storm is for both of us, and we are in the same storm. And how am I being so thrown around everywhere? And how are you so stable? And then Baba just, Baba kind of told me that you stick to me, you hold my hand or something like that. So there was no hand, but then Baba said that, just be with me, and I'm stable, and I will pull you into stability. And suddenly, what happened is I started focusing on Baba, and I, the soul, was fully focused on Baba, and I was not focused on the storm. And then I realized that I and Baba were both stable, and there was this big storm which came and passed, and everything was okay. And that was a very beautiful experience I had. And then when I came to my senses, then I just started doing in practice what I saw in the vision. So then I started holding on to Baba and just seeing Baba and not seeing the situation, and just doing what I needed to do with Baba's power, and not giving power to the situation by giving my attention to the situation. So Baba says, A, you have knowledge. Now, what is knowledge? So, knowledge about how subtle you are, knowledge about how you can stay above and beyond. Then there is the knowledge that you have a man and buddhi, and you, the soul, are the master of your man and buddhi. And you can choose to focus where you want. You can choose to withdraw your focus from wherever you want. This is knowledge. And when you have knowledge, so if you have a machine, and that machine is multi-purpose, but for many years you have not used the second purpose. So I remember I once had a mixer jar, and it had an attachment which could chop vegetables. And when that mixer jar was bought, I just threw that attachment in one corner of the house, and then I just kept using the mixer. I forgot about that chopper attachment. And then there was somebody who came, and they pulled that out, there was cleaning going on, and they said, Didi, this is so useful, why have you thrown it? So this is a chopper attachment, you can chop vegetables with it. And from that day my life changed, because I could chop vegetables with it, and so much time could be saved. So Baba says, sometimes this lack of knowledge, so you have something but you don't know how to use it, and that's why you are not using it, and then you have all these problems in your life which could be solved with it, but then you are not using that knowledge. So Baba says, I am giving you the knowledge how to use your man and buddhi. Baba says, you have a buddhi. Do you know that you can turn it inwards, outwards, upwards, wherever you want? So why are you just using your buddhi unidirectionally and focusing it on the world of matter? You can turn it inwards. You can turn it upwards. You did not know that your buddhi is so flexible. Did you know this? So I did not know that I could turn my buddhi within and see myself and experience myself, or my form of light, or that I am so subtle and powerful. And I did not know that I could turn my attention upwards and experience Baba and draw power from Baba. So Baba says that, why are you using your intellect against yourself? Why are you just using your intellect to focus it on the world of matter and sap you of your spiritual energy? Why are you not using your buddhi to connect with me and draw power from me? So Baba says that I give you this knowledge that you have a man and buddhi, and you can focus it wherever you want, and because you are focused on me, I will fill your buddhi with the knowledge and power which will help you shift your thoughts. So your mind may be, very tumultuous, and your mind will be giving you all sorts of ideas. But if you used me, if you used yoga power, then you could win over your mind, and you could train your mind to think better, think more usefully, fruitfully. So this is the knowledge that Baba gives us. And then Baba gives us the knowledge that I, the soul, have a full part recorded in me. I, the soul, have 84 births of part recorded in me, every second of it. Yes, so you don't need to ask the situation or the person in front of you about what you have to do. Yes, the situation or the person in front of you doesn't have to dictate what part you will play. If you just asked yourself in peace and in a knowledgeful state, what do you need to do, then the answer would come from there, because that part is already inside you. Yes, see, Baba says that I have a part recorded in me. Does Baba come and see what kind of children are sitting in front of me, and whether I have to speak, full knowledgefully or half knowledgefully, or just, today dilly-dally, not speak anything? So Baba says, no, I have my part recorded in me, and I play that. Baba just does what he knows, whatever part emerges in him at that time. Baba says, you also have to look so much inwards and upwards that you are able to play your part, and your part doesn't get messed up with, you are not, Maya doesn't create an illusion for you which makes you forget your part. So Baba says, I am giving you the knowledge of who you are. You know your part. Your part is to make the world a better place. Your part is to be acting knowledgefully, lovefully, peacefully, powerfully all the time. So Baba says, you have that part in you, and come what may, you are capable of playing it. Baba says, even with the rudest of people, you can be absolutely polite, because that your part doesn't have to get triggered by another one's part. No, your part is there inside you, pre-recorded inside you. Now let's say there are 4 CDs. One has sad songs in it, one has this disco kind of songs, and another has sweet songs, another has, this just classical music. So they can all play themselves together, can't they? They can all play themselves together, even if it is in disharmony. So the sweet song ones can just play the sweet songs, despite, the other ones playing these loud, noisy songs. So Baba says, it is like that. Your part is recorded inside you. You can always play yourself. You can always be yourself. So, sometimes there are these questions which come, and somebody says that, in my family there is always some kind of political discussion going on, or there is some kind of criticism going on. Why is this person like this, that person like that? And how do I speak Gyan there? Or how do I speak my mind? Or how do I speak what Baba teaches us? So do they ask you whether they can speak that in front of you? No, they are not asking that. They are playing their part. You play yours. You play yours. Why are you asking them whether you can play your part or not? And when I was in office, there would be these 10 people who are discussing politics and this office work and this and that. And in between, I would start talking about the soul. And then they would find it very out of place. And then I would say, no, you are giving your opinion, I'm also giving my opinion. I have this, so I'm talking about this. Now everybody took 5 minutes. 5 minutes belongs to me also, I will also talk. And then they sat and listened. So Baba says, why do you have to change your way of being because of somebody? You are you, and you have that part recorded in you. You have that right to play it. And you are not anyone or anything by accident, you are by design. You are required in the universe. Baba is teaching you for a reason. So Baba says, you must be very sure of your part. You must be very sure of the relevance of your part. And then, and I will tell you one thing. So there is this brother, and I don't know whether this is an appropriate example, but I will still give it. So there is this brother, and he told me that, Didi, all my friends, they drink. And I have no friends who don't drink. And we meet in the bar. So he told me, our only meeting place is the bar. So when I came into Gyan, so I had all my friends meeting in the bar. So what could I do? I went there. So because I was in my initial phases, I did not take the decision to not go there. And then one day, I was full of gyan, and then I was in the bar and they were all drinking. And then I was also a little drunk, he told me. And then I was, so they were all speaking something, and then I was speaking gyan because that was full inside me. And then they were saying, you are the biggest papi, and see, you are with us and you are giving us gyan in this environment, and this is sin. And then he said that, I don't know what happened to me in that moment. I said that just like Lord Krishna had to come in the battlefield to give gyan to Arjun, I have to come here and give you gyan. And you are the ones who need it. So God has sent me in this guise to give you gyan. And you know what happened? All that they had drunk was like, it had gone away. And they were all seriously looking at me, what has happened to me? And then after that day, they never expect me in the bar. I have never gone there. And we have had few meetings in better places, and they look at me differently, and the perception that they have of me has started shifting. So Baba says, and they are kind of scared of me that, he has sometimes these bouts where he becomes the instrument of God and he starts showing us the face. So Baba says that, this is, so Baba says that so Baba says, you have to realize that it is your part. And even if, your part emerged now, it was not yesterday, still it's your part, you own it. Maybe you were a different personality, pre-gyan and all of that, but now you understand that this is my part now, and Baba has come to me, and there are things which I understand, which I have not chosen to understand, but which I understand because it's my part to understand, and let me just be myself now. So Baba says, don't shy away from being who you are. You are a Brahma Kumar Kumari. Yes, so Baba says, you are Shiv Baba's grandchild and child. So Baba says, I am your grandfather because I have adopted you through Brahma Baba, and I am giving you the inheritance, and you are my child because you are the soul, and you don't forget this now. Maybe earlier you did not have this introduction, But now never lose this truth, never let this slip off your mind, that I am Shiv Baba's grandchild and child, and I have to be a BK while I live in the family, while I live in the old world. This is my part. And Baba says, while living in the household, never forget this, that this is who you are now, this is your part. And Baba says, it is not like going to your auntie's home. In the Murli, Baba says, in Hindi it is said, Masi ke ghar jaane jaisa nahi hai. But it is translated very beautifully in English. And Baba says that this is not easy, but you must understand that I, the soul, have a whole part recorded in me, and by design, I am a Brahma Kumar Kumari. I am the one who Baba adopts every 5,000 years, and it is through me that the task of establishment has to happen. And you stay in that consciousness, never slip into body consciousness and lose the consciousness that you are a BK in the household. And who is a BK? BK is purity. So, never forget your purity of mind, words, actions, life. Never forget that. You are not like other people. Even though they are your blood relations, you are not them and they are not you. You are a soul, you have an individual part in you, and you are a Brahma Kumar Kumari. So Baba says this is the power of knowledge. And then there is the power of knowledge, knowing who Baba is, how powerful Baba is. So, we very simplistically say that Baba is the ocean of knowledge, ocean of peace. Have you seen a physical ocean? It is so vast. And when we say ocean of knowledge, do I really understand how big an ocean of knowledge Baba is? Or am I able to go into the depths of that? Or am I able to feel the ocean of peace that Baba is? And Baba says, you know me as I am, but do you realize me? Do you realize my power? Do you realize and then you have received knowledge that you are my child, but do you realize the privilege and the position you are in because of being my direct child? So Baba says it is all about reflection and realization. So reflect on it so much that you realize it. And then there is yoga power. So this, all that we discussed until now was the power of knowledge. And then there is yoga power. Yoga power means when you be in yoga with Baba. So that's an effort. If I make the due effort to always withdraw my buddhi from everyone and everything and just be with Baba, then in that company, Baba will fill me slowly, gradually. And that fullness, that strength, that peace, that purity that I will imbibe in that connection is called yoga power. So one is the power of knowledge, which you realize through reflection on points that Baba gives. And then there is the power of yoga, which you realize by sitting in silence and just in the awareness of who you are and who Baba is. And in this loving communication or communion, you allow Baba and Baba's energy to become yours. And the more you engage in this yoga, the more you will be filled with yoga power. And this yoga power will pull me beyond this mundane world, because Baba stays in the beyond, and the more I have yoga power, I will stay, I have knowledge that I'm not of this world, but the experience and the, that stable state of being beyond this world will come through yoga power. And Baba says anybody who is full of knowledge and yoga power is above the influence of Maya. And then you know that you are the Master Almighty always. You are not deceived into thinking lesser of yourself. You are not pulled by attraction and fear. You stay above Maya. Even in your dreams, Maya cannot attack you. Okay?